Football for decades, always stuck in a vicious cycle of hope and disappointment. With every major tournament level approaching, the country of fog media pump their stars up to the blue clouds. And then we see a collective of roosters fallen at the threshold of heaven. The romance of flashy media stories and the culture that indulges the star has turned the three monks into a team of individuals. They lack a ruthless mind to bring them together. However, when the World Cup campaign 2006 started the boot, an earthquake that actually broke out. The appearance of Thomas Tuchel on the steering bench not merely. It's a general replacement. It's a historic transfer of power. It's the death of a football based on reputation and ushered in a new era. The era of realism, discipline, and management thinking with an iron hand. The first message that the German strategist sent is not in the big statements, big hammer in the press room. It's right there on the summons list. Up to 35 bridges. This is a huge number. One arrow hits to targets. First, it creates a fiercely competitive furnace. From the first days of the army, where no one is allowed to make their location the default. Second, it's a bloody warning to the princes of the old dynasty. It's about getting rid of names like Chen, Alexander Arnold, or Luke Shaw carries a deep meaning. With Tuchel, the outstanding attacking talent of Alexander Arnold can't make up for the deadly defense holes that you often create. And with Luke Shaw, a foot that's sensitive to trauma, it's never a safe choice for a road campaign as intense as the World Cup. The lens of the Tuchel is very clear. System is ultimate. The individual must serve the system. And anyone who doesn't meet the intensity, operation, or lack of stability, all will be eliminated without mercy. Kick MC bring football home. Now is no longer built on high-profile articles. It's forged from the discipline of steel. Step into the detailed analysis of the operating framework of the three. We'll see the persistence and the calculations. In-depth tactics in the defense system. Starting from the position of Jordan Temple guard, Pickford is still at number 1. Look from the outside. Pickford's style of play. Sometimes it feels wild. It lacks the silence of a modern goalkeeper. But in the vital moments of tight matches, direct madness and steel bravery, yours is a priceless weapon. In international football, where matches are regularly drawn into penalty shootouts, Pickford's war mentality is an undeniable legacy. Behind you, the appearance of Dean Harrison, and especially James Trafford, shows a clear planning roadmap. Trafford is representing the goalkeeper playing foot model. Excellent new generation. It's a perfect backup. And it's the foundation stone for the future. Long-term of wood frame recruits you. The real revolution of Thomas Tuchel is located into wing corridors. The appearance of Tino, Livramento side hallway, must be a clear proof of high-intensity football philosophy that this system is pursuing. Livramento has an abundance of energy, ability to attack without fatigue, and especially the persistence of hand-to-hand disputes. You're the complete opposite. With the fragility of Alexander Arnold before. On the opposite wing, Levi Colwill brings calmness and certainty. Thanks to the ability to defend from afar, extreme good of a central defender jerking wings. But the most interesting tactical highlight, the secret weapon that this coach is harboring. It's called Nico Orali. The role of Orali is not just a marginal defender. He was assigned to act as an inverted fullback. Defender backside legs bundled into the middle. When the home team controls the ball, Orali will move into the middle of the field, form a solid remote defense, and help the middle control the match tempo more easily. The stability of the defense continues to be strengthened in the center, where John Stones acts as the mind that coordinates the ball. No one understands how to deploy the ball from the downline better. Stone's an elite product forged over the years. At the club playing next to you, Mark Way brings safety, precision ball-cutting speed, form a modern and reliable central defender duo. But the appearance of Fikayo Tomori is really new. Bring a new breath of life. For many years in the harsh environment of a series, Tomori has fully absorbed the idea of defensive thinking. The art of defense exalts mischief, positional discipline, and the dark arts in stunts. In addition to retaining Harry Maguire, it's a controversial decision, but it shows the pinnacle of pragmatism. Despite the usual slowness, the Maguire is still a monster. In the deadlocked games, when the football hits the grass, it doesn't work. One-phase air combat from fixed situations do Maguire. This is the end of the sword. The coldest opponent move to the middle of the field. We see the heart. It's actually the machine that recruited you. Operate through diagram for 3-3. At the center of every Declan hotspot, Rice is an untouchable anchor card. Rice is not just a cleaning machine. Area in front of the box. You're the beekeeper. It's to touch the ball feeder. It's a steel shield that breaks down any enemy counterattack. Lack of Rice. The master system will immediately be at risk. Collapse to split fire with Rice. The board has put its faith in the new factor, Elliot Anderson. This decision is really impressive, of modern tactical thinking. Anderson is not a flashy midfielder, but you have the vision, sharp tactics, and an extraordinary physical background. You're the model of a non-stop motor, ready to plunge into any dispute, to seal the gaps, and make the background of the attacking stars shine. The combination of Rice and Anderson creates an absolutely bulletproof armor for defense. Right above this muscle duo is an area for creativity. And this is also where it comes from, the most pleasant headache for the training board. Jude Bellingham is considered the soul. It's the heart that guides the game through the innate leadership temperament and the ability to decide the match in moments of choking. But the pressure on Bellingham's shoulders is enormous. Because right behind you are the breadth of other great talents. A Phil Foden full of artistic substance, who's capable of tearing down every line of defense with subtle touches. A fearfully calm Palmer. The killer is cold-blooded. You always know how to shine in front of the goal. The rewinding arrangement, or even combine these creative minds. Why not step on each other? This will be the key to the success of the operation. Look up at the attack. We're seeing a team of you. In the rich state, cutting off the excess talent in the attack routes. It's a rare thing in history. On the right side of the hallway, Bukayo Saka has firmly consolidated its position. In a destructive fashion, the ability to break virtual variables, the skill of keeping the ball and cutting into the middle. The end of Saka. You have almost no competition in this position. You're the source of output, goal, and the most stable formation the team has in the operating area. Lang Bian. However, the most intense war, the most attractive one, is in the left corner, where it was a fiery clash between youth and miraculous revival. One side is Anthony Golden, embodiment of wind-tearing speed, explosive enthusiasm, and pressing ability. Crazy heights. On the other side of the line is Marcus Rashford. Rashford is slowly rediscovering his killer instincts. I am in Barcelona. It's a highlight. It's the turning point of this whole list. Away from toxic media environments and pressures. Suffocation in the UK to move to La Liga. Rashford seems to have gotten rid of his lead legs. Under a system of tactics that emphasize softness and vision. In Catalan, I've learned to play more subtly, making decisions to handle the ball in the penalty area more acutely. The revival of Rashford gives the monk a destructive drill. A wing striker capable of finishing variously. and carries a strong desire for revenge. In the middle position plug, all eyes are still on the great Captain Harry Kane. Although the age mark has begun to appear, but Kane's value never waned. You are not merely just an assassin waiting for the ball in the box. Kane has evolved into a perfect 9.5. Ready to roll back, make walls and open up spaces. Space for surrounding satellites. Eyes to the finish. The mind of your influence over the whole. The attacking play of the team. Even so, in case the vulture needs to rest or be tightly blocked by the enemy, the appearance of Ollie Watkins is a heavy tactical option. At an astonishing speed, the ability to sense the space behind the back of the defense, and the innings are a flash. Watkins is a nightmare for every tired defense. In the second half of the match, to summarize what we're analyzing, it's not just a dry summons list. It's a blueprint of a war machine. Brutal 3 sons. Looking forward to the upcoming World Cup. It's the perfect intersection between rich experience and explosive youth. But the real power of this collective is not in the transfer value or the reputation of individuals. It's about maximum discipline, tactical depth and a philosophy, uncompromising management. The captain sent a message. It's very clear that talent is just a necessary condition. System suitability and capability, adherence to the law is a sufficient condition for survival. They're not going to bring to the tournament a performance football. Naive, that would be a rough play. Prickly corner, be persistent and willing to punish any mistakes made by your opponent. This radical shift in thinking is the most important key. Let them break the curse of failure. Turn the pain of the past into a powerful force to conquer the top of world football. If you feel that in-depth football analysis and these tactical perspectives are interesting, don't forget to click the subscribe button to our YouTube channel and leave an opinion. Leave a reply, cancel reply just below the video